in next coming one decade, India may lose lot of youth and productive population. If you see last 1 year's data, large number of people between 30 to 50 years have died with COVID and other diseases, and most important is they died of heart attack. Premature heart attacks in not only youth and the middle aged population, it is very, very serious for nation. There are also people who died in the gymnasiums, in playgrounds. Why are people dying in the gymnasiums? We have seen one Karnataka hero, and 2 days ago, one young minister from Andhra Pradesh died. And every day, at least 6 to 10 people are dying in gymnasium, especially during and after their exercise program. So, something is wrong. If you ask a cardiologist and the hospital, they will say, all of you come to hospital and get your cardiogram and angiogram, TMT. So that means whole population has to be in hospitals seeking advice from cardiologist. But that is not a futuristic approach. We need to analyze retrospectively. क्यों मर रहे हैं लोग? Why are they dying? The first and foremost reason, our focus is shifted from our body to other part of the world. Our focus is on wealth. Knowingly, the whole of wealth cannot buy our health. Secondly, our focus is on exercise. Yes, exercise does help to keep the body young and also healthy, but it doesn't prevent heart attack. If you have a family history of heart disease, if you have risk factors for heart disease, or you are not resting, there could be many other causes for heart disease. The exercise just cannot wipe off that. The most important point people forgot is the recovery and recharge mechanism of the body. Human body has only one recharge mechanism, that is the sleep. What happens in sleep? The moment you switch off lights, all your aggressive androgenic hormones like cortisol, adrenaline, noradrenaline, and other hormones which cause aggression and the activity in the body, they all will calm down. So what is the stimulating factor? Light. आप सब लाइट बंद कर दो घर के अंदर, एकदम से आपका पूरा aggression सब कम हो जाता है. Nobody gets angry in sleep. Then you have other friendly hormones or hormones which cause joy and sleep. Encephalin, melanin, serotonin, and there are many, many chemicals which are there in the brain. They are also released in the body. They all come up very actively in the night when there is no light, and they make you sleep happily. Kindly make a note, we don't go to toilet many times in the night during sleep when compared to daytime. Why? These night hormones do this job. They don't want to disturb your sleep. But what are you doing? All this youth and middle-aged population, everybody has one phone, they are watching videos, WhatsApp. Your illuminated bright light stimulates the adrenergic hormones instead of this night hormones. What happens if you don't sleep? Chemicals are released in the body. IL-6. We are measuring in corona patients IL-6. It is a great inflammatory marker. That means your body is under fire. Secondly, tumor necrotic factor alpha. This TNF alpha factor indicates that body is in fire. These are released in the people who don't sleep more than 6 hours. And people who sleep less than 5 hours, all of them have sudden rise of blood pressure, not constantly but peaks. This is a subclinical phenomena. That means when you measure, you may not find, but you are undergoing these peaks of blood pressure rise, which kills the brain and the many organs of the body. Next foremost important thing is there are neurotransmitters and hormones. These are the chemicals, this chemistry of your living. They all get recycled in the night. they get replaced, they get repaired. All these are absent if you're awake and you're watching a bright light. Next important point is what I am going to do in the morning. Your programming of the brain towards stressful day ahead of you. अरे कल सुबह जो होगा कल होगा ना, आप रात को क्यों सोच रहे? If you really want to download your thoughts, already in one of my videos I told you, you write in a paper before you sleep, put it down and tell your brain, I am going to handle it tomorrow. Otherwise your brain is all the time thinking about these tomorrow's affairs and your blood pressure is high, all these chemical parameters are high, you're not going to have a happy sleep. Although our cardiologists and many doctors are saying in TVs have seen this factor and that factor, mind it, there are people with all the three coronary arteries blocked 100%, didn't die of heart attack till 100 years. Body has its own mechanism, collateral anastomotic channels. But there are people whose coronary arteries are absolutely clean, they also died of heart attack. So there are many more reasons for heart attack or sudden death still not known to us. We only know the tip of the iceberg. Still, the bottom is very heavy. We do not know. So don't think all the time about the risk factors. Yes, risk factors for heart disease have to be controlled, modified, but they don't alone cause sudden heart attack. So this is very important. So your focus should be on sleep. Stress coping skills should be better for you. Now what are we doing today? We are switching on our car, engine is on and parking in your garage. How the engine temperature is going to come down? Same thing is body. Your blood pressure is high, sugar is high, your thoughts are high, you are worried, your anger, and then trying to sleep, you're not actually sleeping. Suddenly heart fails, coronary circulation stops, coronary artery goes into spasm, temporary narrowing of the blood vessel. There's no disease, still person can die. In movies we saw, in Telugu movies, Hindu movies, all old characters die, suddenly is to die of heart attack. Why? How it happens? It is not the risk factor alone. It is your body's response to sudden stress. Learn stress coping skills. Do little bit of Tai Chi, Qigong, some breathing exercises. All these are important. And sleep. For heart disease, we have a modifiable factors, non-modifiable. Non-modifiable means age, sex, Indian race, black community, and genetic disposition. These we cannot change. But what we can change? We can stop smoking, we can control our alcohol or stop completely, we can maintain our body weight, we can eat in time. In time is very important. And you eat your own regional food, you exercise regularly, you have nice bath and relax, hygiene and cleanliness, very important. So these are the definite known modifiable factors. That means they are under your control. You can control them and reduce the risk of heart disease, but you cannot prevent unknown heart attack anytime. Why people are dying in gym? Why people are dying during playing a game? Why people are dying on ground? Most important reason is people are thinking exercise is a panacea for body. It is not. I am an exercise consultant, sports medicine senior doctor. I am telling you exercise cannot save you from everything, but it gives you good quality of life. You will remain definitely healthy. It reduces 29% of risk for heart disease, but it cannot entirely avoid your heart attack if you have a other reason. What people do during exercise two types, aerobic and anaerobic. People are landing up doing an anaerobic exercise program. Anaerobic means going to gym, pumping. What happens? Big muscle? Nothing will happen. Big muscle and big body and high power is no sign of good health. So you need a recovery and rest. Heart rate, nice cardiac output, good stroke volume, very good respiratory capacity. So that means a good cardiovascular capacity, so called we call the cardio or endurance or stamina. You must exercise outdoor, slow and good amount of duration depending on your capability. If you're not able to walk 30 minutes, walk only 20 minutes. And have only 4 or 5 sessions a week. Don't do every day. By doing every day, you're not going to become a Changiz Khan. You should do nice 2-3 sets of all exercises. Gym exercise only you do 3 days a week. 4 days you go slowly outside. If you're not in mood, if your body is not recovered, you're not feeling like doing exercise, take a leave. Nothing will happen. It is a lifelong pursuit. It's not a one day's job. Last but most important is nutrition. People are thinking nutrition advisor is WhatsApp, Facebook, and other social media, or Tom, Dick, and Harry. Especially all Babas, Guru, everybody is talking about diet except serious medical professionals. You must think of regional nutrition, you must think of reasonable nutrition, you must think of as per your body weight, your occupation, activity, and disease, and your family habits. All these should be taken into consideration. What people do when they go to gym, they think eating more protein will make big muscles. अरे बाबा थोड़ा सोचो. Protein is doesn't give any energy for exercise. It is the carbs which give exercise. You cannot delete carbs. I don't like all those people who advise no carb, no carb. Wrong. Whole world who lives on carbohydrates only. Carbohydrates is a fuel for exercise. Yes, don't cross limits. At the same time, try to implement your own dietary habits. Otherwise, you will have to supplement. Who needs protein supplement? Whose diet is inadequate in proteins, or who has some problem where he cannot digest proper proteins, or is a pure vegetarian and not able to make up his proteins through his day-to-day food. Yes, they can add, but all under supervision. Number one, sleep is very important. If you don't sleep adequately, then youth may die. Secondly, you must not have habits which are considered to be risk for heart disease, smoking, alcohol, extreme obesity. Try to manage them. You cannot prevent stress, thirdly, but you can manage stress. You sit calm for at least couple of minutes every day, then you do a little bit of meditation. There are so many methods to cope with your stress. Fourthly, your exercise regime should be uniform, couple of sessions of outdoor activity, endurance, and only small sessions in the gymnasium, and that too low weight, more repetition, and all groups of muscles, unless you are a sports person who needs a proper programming. Important nutrition, I am sure altogether we should save this youth and middle aged population because they are the core strength of our country. Jai Hind.